Hi everyone, good morning. It's Linda here. Today I am going to explain to you my hands-on, hands-off method of getting your babies to sleep. It's a no cry it out method. It is easy to do this if you just do it in these steps. There is a reason behind each one. I'll be happy to explain that further. But whenever I see the signals for the babies, the sleepy signals, they can be anything from rubbing their eyes to crying to, just fussy, they're ready for bed. So what I do then is I make sure she has a clean, dry diaper and is dressed appropriately for the room temperature. And we go into the area. We talk about, what we're getting ready to do. I tell her that it's time to be a big girl, time to take a nap. So I put her up on my shoulder and I put her up here. I just kind of bounce. After about 3 or 4 minutes of just a little bounce, I'll take her feet, her legs, and I'll tuck them up underneath of her. And that puts her in almost a vertical fetal position. And that position allows their bodies to get rid of any extra gas that they may have hiding in there. And I just kind of gently rub her back from the bottom to the top. I'll bounce, I'll pat just a little bit. And what it does, it decompresses her spine, the central nervous system, the spinal cord in there, especially if they're walking, crawling, falling, they have a lot of stuff going on. So what that position does is it just kind of resets them, so it's very relaxing. And then after a few minutes of that, you'll feel the baby just relax. But they're not quite asleep. Don't wait, they'll go ahead and fall asleep if you keep doing that, but you want them to go to sleep without you touching them. That's the goal. So once she relaxes, I go ahead and I lay her in her crib. Whenever I lay her in her crib and I take my hands off, I put my hands beside her on her mattress, her baby bed mattress. And I don't touch her anymore after this. I don't talk to her. I don't say anything else because she knows now is okay. This is time to just be quiet, be still. So I put my hands beside her on the mattress and I just start giving it just a little bounce. And she lasts maybe 3 or 4 minutes of the little bounce in the bed. And then what I do is I gradually slow down. Get slower, and then I just stop. So she's already asleep, and she had, she put herself to sleep without me having to touch her. I feel like that's important because a lot of babies, once you get them to sleep, they wake up as soon as you move. So the process is hands-on. At first, I may rub their hair, just massage their little bodies, touch them, make them feel so comfortable and safe. That's the hands-on. That's when you're talking to them, telling them how much you love them. And then the hands off is whenever they're in their bed and your hands are around them so they know you're still there, but they don't actually have to feel your touch to go to sleep. So anytime that they wake up, like if they've woken up too soon and you don't want them to get up, as long as they're still laying down in their bed but they're just crying, go ahead and do the hands off again. Put your hands around them. Just kind of give them a little soothing bounce just to let them know that you are still here. You don't want to leave the baby. You don't want to put a crying baby in the bed. This is not going to be a pleasant experience for you or them, and it's just not going to work in general. That's why this is a non-cry it out method, because you never leave them until they are peacefully asleep, where you place them. I'm in the process of transitioning Zoe out of our room into her own room, so she sleeps in her crib. That's where I choose to have her sleep. And this method will work for just about any age baby as far as getting them comfortable to go to sleep. If you're going to start some kind of sleep training, I don't really say sleep training myself. I like to say teaching, because we teach our children. So you need to teach your child to sleep on their own without, at some point, now it's up to you, but at some point you're going to want them to go to sleep in their bed, in their room, without a bottle, without the boob, without anything. And this is one good way to help that happen. It took me a little while to get Zoe off the bottle. I breastfed, then I went to bottle feeding, and this process really helped with that. It was very simple. After about 3 times, she no longer needed the bottle to go to sleep. She no longer needed me to sit there and hold her for hours, you know. I have done this several times, and now she is to the point that whenever we're done, just about done with the hands on, where I'm bouncing her just a little bit, you know, she'll push away from me like, hey, I'm tired, I'm ready to go to bed. So that's when I go ahead and I lay her down. One more thing important is have a music box, or I play YouTube on my phone with the baby lullabies, but it's the same one every time, because now it's a cue. Whenever it's time to go into the room to start this process, I will push play, and she hears that music, so she knows what we're going to do. And she started picking up on it within, I want to say maybe day 2 or 3 of when I hit the music, the lights were off, you know, it was dark, it was quiet. She knows that that's time to relax and go to sleep. So again, just make sure they got a dry diaper. Use the same routine cues as far as like music or white noise, whatever you want. Try to go to the same place every time if you can. Prior to starting, make sure they are familiar with the area in the bed where you're going to have them sleep. Very important is the longest this has ever taken was like 17 minutes, and the shortest time it has ever taken me to get her from very fussy, ready to go to bed, to sound asleep on her own was 7 minutes. So really it's all about making them feel secure, safe, and comfortable. Once you have those 3 down, your baby will be out like a light in no time, and mommy and baby can both get some sleep. I hope this helps you. Thank you.